Welcome to Council Action. My name is Elizabeth Kautz. I'm the mayor of the city of Burnsville. Council Action is a summary of the council's meeting on Tuesday, August 22nd, 2017. The meeting was called to order at 100 Civic Center Parkway in the council chambers at 6:30 p.m. And we begin our meetings with a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. We then move on to our announcements, and we didn't have any proclamations, but we had awards and recognitions. Our upcoming meetings. Council meetings are scheduled for Tuesday, September 5th at 6:30 p.m. and Tuesday, September 19th at 6:30 p.m. We have work sessions scheduled for Tuesday, September 12th at 6:30 p.m. and Tuesday, October 10th at 6:30 p.m. We're in the midst of budgets, and so we're in truth and taxation meetings, and here's the schedule. We adopt the maximum tax levy on Tuesday, September 5th at 6:30 p.m., and then we have department budget presentations on Tuesday, October 24th at 6:30 p.m. Then we have a budget work session scheduled for Tuesday, November 14th at 6:30 p.m. and another budget work session scheduled for Tuesday, November 28th at 6:30 p.m. We then adopt the budget and the final tax levy on Tuesday, December 5th at 6:30 p.m. Now, I'd like for you to please tune in to our City Council meeting and watch the presentations of these awards by police and fire to these unbelievable residents that we have here in Burnsville who help us with helping to keep our city safe. So please tune in and see the recognitions and awards. We then move on to citizens' comments, and no one appeared before the City Council to speak to any issues, and there were no emergency items to be added to the agenda. We then move on to the consent agenda, and the first item on the consent agenda, we approved all of the minutes of our past meetings. We approved claims listings, and we approved a resolution to call for sale of general obligation capital improvement plan bonds. And then we also approved the purchase of Facility Phase 1 project audio-visual distribution systems. We approved the ice rental agreement with the Burnsville, Minnesota Valley Figure Skating Club for ice time for 2017-2018 season. We also approved ice rental agreements with the Burnsville Hockey Club for ice time for the 2017-2018 season. And we approved the additional owner for MGM Wine and Spirits located at 1012 County Road 42 West. And we approved the resolution to conduct off-sale gambling in conjunction with the Burnsville Fire Muster for the Burnsville Hockey Club, pull tabs, and bingo. We approved the purchase of fire department ambulance stretcher power load systems. And we also approved and accepted the bids and award the contract for replacement of garage doors and openers for Fire Station 2. We approved the purchase of replacement fire hose and nozzles for the fire department. And we approved and accepted the bids and awarded the contract for Phase 1 Facilities Improvement Project, landscaping. And we approved a resolution supporting the Cliff Road at I-35W South Ramp Improvement Project with MnDOT Highway Freight Program funding application. We approved and accepted the quote and awarded the contract for the 2017 street maintenance paving project. And we approved and accepted the bids and awarded the contract for the 2017 lateral drainage modification project. And we approved and certified the completion for Unit 150 Common Interest Community Number 522, River Hills Town Office Park, and released the development contract for River Hills Town Office Second Edition. We approved the application for the City of Burnsville for an ordinance to amend City Code Title 3, Chapter 32, this has to do with special events related to the legacy event signs and banners, and City Code Title 10, Chapter 30, again related to signs, related to placement of signs in a right-of-way, and we adopted the ordinance. We approved Rhodes Bluff LLC application for the final plat of a 6-lot single-family plat known as Rhodes Bluff 3rd Edition. It's located south of Prairie Rose Way and north of Williams Drive, and we approved the final plat. That was the end of the consent agenda. And then we move on to the regular agenda. And the first item on the regular agenda was a hearing for the appeal of Wang for a denial of a massage license renewal. Please tune into the City Council meeting and hear the deliberation, the appeal and the deliberation. And this item was the massage license renewal was denied. So we approved the denial of the massage license renewal. And then we move on to item 6, and this is for Dean and Barbara Johnson. It's holding for a plan unit development amendment for building and site modification and a drive-through located at 1404 County Road 42 West. We did approve the PUD amendment, and we adopted the findings of fact and the ordinance. The next item was a request by Xcel Energy for a suspension of City Code 7-1-2, paragraph D1, to allow overnight construction activities in Tennessee Park. This item was presented, and we directed Xcel Energy to work with the neighborhood and to make sure that they contact each and every resident along the trail so that they understand what's going on and that expectations are managed and that there is always a point source for communication with the neighborhood. And so that item was approved. There were no miscellaneous items and the meeting was adjourned. And then I reconvened the Burnsville City Council meeting to hold its governance meeting. And in the governance, this is the first part of the governance process, and that was the presentation to the City Council from staff of an environmental scan for short-term vacation rental white paper. So please tune in and hear the reading. You can also get it off the internet at www.burnsville.org if you want to read the white paper. So it's available on the internet, but you can also listen to it. And there was no action to be taken. This is the first part. The next part of this particular environmental scan, this white paper on short-term rentals, will be the expert testimony and the residents and testimonies. So that will be the next part. There was no other item to come before the City Council, and the meeting was then adjourned. I'd like to remind everyone that council action replays at 6 a.m. and noon, 6 p.m. and midnight. And City Council meetings replay at various times on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And I encourage you to watch the following to see how you can view past meetings and current meetings via the internet at www.burnsville.org. I'm Elizabeth Kautz, Mayor of the City of Burnsville. Thank you for joining me, and continue to make a difference.